A young woman, 21 years old, vanished one March evening in 1983. Days later, a plastic trash bag was discovered on the side of a highway. Inside, a bloodied sledgehammer, a blue shirt soaked with blood, and a strand of long, dark hair. There was no body, just these chilling remnants of something unspeakable. The trail of evidence would lead to a respected professor, a tale of obsession, manipulation, and murder. This is the case of Robin Benedict, and how a killer tried to control her in life and erase her in death. Robin Benedict was known to her family as creative, vibrant, and full of life. An exceptional student, she was also a talented artist with aspirations of building a career in graphic design. But somewhere along the line, things took a dark turn. She entered the world of sex work in Boston's notorious Combat Zone, a dangerous place for any woman, but especially one as young and striking as Robin. It was there she met Dr. William Douglas, a 41-year-old professor of anatomy at Tufts University. Douglas wasn't just another client. He became infatuated, obsessed. He paid Robin increasingly large sums, not only for her time, but to monopolize her life. He started inviting her to concerts, movies, and dinners, and eventually placed her on the university's payroll under a fake job title, using her supposed research work as a cover to funnel stolen money her way. It was clear to those around Robin that Douglas was becoming controlling. He even bought her an answering machine, then later stole it from her home. Twice. The escalation was slow, but undeniable. He was spotted outside her home. Police would show up at her apartment at strange times, almost as if someone had tipped them off. And Robin? She tried to pull away. She began using an answering service instead of a machine, one Douglas wouldn't have access to. She stopped giving him her new number. She wanted out. On March 5th, 1983, Robin told her brother she was going to Sharon, Massachusetts to break things off with Douglas in person. It was a visit she wouldn't return from. The next morning, a man scavenging for bottles at a rest stop along I-95 found a trash bag. Inside was Robin's tan corduroy jacket, soaked with blood, a blue work shirt, a 2.5-pound sledgehammer, the stench of blood mixed with perfume. There was no body, but every sign pointed to violence. Recent, brutal violence. Trooper Paul Landry was assigned the case. He linked the bloody items to Robin quickly. Her father and boyfriend identified her jacket and perfume. Attention soon turned to Dr. Douglas. He admitted to knowing Robin, but said she had left his house around midnight to go see someone named Joe. That would have been believable, except records from Robin's answering service revealed something far more disturbing. Around 11:42 p.m., a call came in from someone claiming to be Robin, leaving a message that she was heading to a party. But the operator remembered. It didn't sound like her. It sounded like a man trying to imitate a woman. Even more damning, a call had been made to the answering service from a man claiming to be JR earlier that evening. Investigators believed Douglas was behind both. Douglas's home was a mess, filthy, cluttered, chaotic. But in that mess, investigators found a mountain of evidence. Robin's flute, her underwear, her pocketbook, still carrying her scent, her stolen credit cards, notes tracking her movements. And under the sink, trash bags matching the one used to dispose of the bloody items. But the most chilling detail, inside Robin's apartment, after her disappearance, neighbors reported hearing someone playing the flute and singing in a high-pitched voice. Robin had played the flute, but she wasn't there. Douglas was arrested, but without a body, prosecutors feared the case might fall apart. Then, 4 months after Robin vanished, her car was found abandoned in New York City. The license plates were missing, but the smell of decomposition inside was unmistakable. Blood was everywhere, and just like in the trash bag, more brain matter was found inside. DNA testing at the time was limited, but comparisons with Robin's family showed a match in blood type and traits. investigators were certain Robin had been killed. Douglas's defense team concocted one shocking claim after another. They floated the idea that Robin was alive, hired an actress to impersonate her, even called her a blackmailing whore in court. Despite these stunts, Douglas eventually changed his plea to guilty, not to murder, but to manslaughter. In exchange, he agreed to reveal where Robin's body was. His confession was bizarre. He claimed Robin attacked him with a sledgehammer, that he killed her in self-defense. He said he dumped her body in a dumpster in Rhode Island. But when police searched the area, there was no dumpster, no body. Later, under hypnosis conducted by his own defense team, he whispered, "It's not me by the dumpster." It was just another lie. Robin was never found. Her parents never got to bury her. But the physical evidence and Douglas's own lies were enough to put him behind bars. He was sentenced to up to 20 years, but served less than 9. Even after his release, Douglas showed no remorse. He tried to profit from his story, attempted to write a book, and even married again. Meanwhile, Robin's family faced harassment and judgment. In media portrayals, Douglas was painted as the heartbroken academic. Robin was cast as the seductress. The coverage often ignored who she truly was: a daughter, a sister, a talented artist who once signed her name with a little bumblebee. But why did the justice system treat Robin's killer so gently? Why did the public and media lend their sympathy to a man who stalked, manipulated, and ultimately murdered a young woman? Despite the overwhelming evidence of premeditation, fake messages, planted clues, and stalking behavior, Douglas was portrayed as a man driven to desperation by love. But this wasn't love, it was control. Douglas had been stealing from Tufts for months, funneling tens of thousands of dollars into Robin's life not as support, but as leverage. He bought her gifts, inserted himself into her schedule, showed up outside her home. He manipulated her relationships. To this day, Robin's body has never been found. There's no grave for her family to visit, no definitive place to say goodbye. But maybe, in remembering her truthfully and fully, we give her the voice she was denied. And maybe, just maybe, by telling stories like Robin's, we can help shift the way we see victims, not as headlines or statistics, but as full human beings with lives that mattered. If you liked the video, please press the like button and subscribe, and check out other videos on our channel. We've got a lot of other stories about murders that are not resolved to this day.